Hey guys, Forrest Proctor here, and you are watching Assume Your Power, where we talk all things law of attraction, law of assumption, creating the life of your dreams. And today in this video, we're going to talk about scripting and how scripting can be a super powerful tool in sending your request to the universe and creating your reality. So let's get into it. Alright guys, before we get into the video, I want to introduce our first sponsor, Epic Film and Photography. Epic Film and Photography is a full-service video production company that also does photography, but mostly video production to tell your story, sell your product, or promote your brand. They do everything from full-blown commercials for broadcast, documentaries, brand message videos, social media ads, pretty much anything you can think of in the video production and photography space, they can do it. So if you want to learn more about that, just go to epicfilmandphoto.com, or you can find them on LinkedIn, Facebook, all the good social media platforms. Make sure you check them out. Okay, so getting into scripting. Scripting is super powerful, and if you're into this law of attraction, law of assumption, manifesting your reality, you'll know what I talk about with scripting. But if you don't know about it yet, basically it's journaling, right? So there's a lot of different people out there who have different methods of scripting, and I've kind of taken stuff from a lot of people and made my own methods. So today I'm going to get into some of that and get into why scripting is a powerful tool for manifestation. Yo, it is really windy out here today, so I'm really sorry about any mic noise. Okay, why should you script in the first place? Well, this is what most people think and what I believe. It helps you hyper-focus in on what you want, and it gets you thinking about it and creating those mental images as you're writing. Now, a lot of people ask me and ask online, and have always asked, should I write or type my journal or my scripting? And for me, the answer is write. And this is why. Normally people type a lot faster than they write, and you can easily type your thoughts really quickly without spending a lot of time dwelling on those thoughts. But you want to dwell on these thoughts and these ideas as you're writing them. So that's why I prefer to write, because it takes me a little longer to write and I'm really thinking about it. And there's a few things that you want to do when you're doing this, so let's get into that. The structure that I have built for myself, I stole a few ideas from Andrea Schulman, who you guys know I love. Andrea, if you're watching this, I really appreciate it. You'll hear some of the techniques I stole from you, but I also blend in some other people's techniques and some stuff that I just came up with on my own. So when I get a piece of paper out in front of me, the first thing I do is I start with gratitude, because to me that is the most important thing with all of this, is being grateful for what you already have and grateful for what is coming. And so I'll spend the first quarter page or so, sometimes more, like today I did an entire page of gratitude, but I'll spend the first quarter page or so writing this sentence and filling in the blank. I am so very grateful for fill in the blank. And it might be, I am so grateful for my business that I have built and the fact that I can bring in wealth through the business and add value to people's lives. I might put, I am so very grateful for my children because they are joy in my life and a way to, leave my legacy and leave a good impact on this earth. Or I might put, I am so grateful for my home because it is a great place for me and my family to live. And so you're going to want to just put things that you're grateful for that you already have. Now, something I learned from Andrea Schulman, and it really works, is in the list of grateful things, you're going to want to sprinkle in something you don't have yet, but talk as if you already do have it. So I might write, I'm so grateful for this new $20,000 client that just came this month and the fact that I can help them grow their business with video. Okay? I'm so grateful for this vacation that we're getting ready to take to a Caribbean island in the next few months. And these things have not happened yet, but I'm already grateful that they're on their way. So that's kind of my first section. Like I said, I do like a quarter page of that. Today I did an entire page of that, but I start with gratitude. Moving on to the next thing, right? The next thing I do is I am. I don't know if you guys follow Be Something Wonderful. It's a YouTube channel, but basically he does a lot of teaching about the great I am. If you're a Christian, it's God or Jesus, but being one with God and being one with your Creator. The more you can say I am something, the more it will actually come true. instead of saying I want to in your journal or in your scripting, like I want to land this big job or this big promotion, I put I am, or I have, or I will. All right, so the second thing I will do in my scripting process is list out things that I do want in life, but I talk about it as if I'm already that, as if I already have it. So, I use the phrase I am a lot and then just continue the sentence. So I might write I am 10 or 12 times, like I am a successful business owner. I am an amazing father. And you can stop there, but you want to elaborate on that thought a little bit. So a good example is, I am a fantastic father who shows love and compassion for his children, and my children love to be with me and spend time with me. That would be one of my complete thoughts. Or I am a successful business owner and I have customers lining up to receive the value that I offer in my business. And so you can go as long as you want on that. That's kind of another third or quarter of the page for me. I'll write those I ams. And honestly, there's no rule on how much you have to do. In fact, I'll show you. Like some days when I script, it'll be a whole page, then it'll be like a half a page, and then this day I think I got interrupted and kind of screwed up my day, to be honest. So that was like a half a page, then a whole page, and there's no rule to it. And actually today was front and back. It's the first time I ever did that. But you basically just want to start with the stuff you're grateful for and sprinkle in some of those things that you don't have yet, but go ahead and be grateful for them because they're on their way. And then you want to use phrases like I am, and I am creating, and I am achieving. And you don't ever want to say, in my opinion, I've tried it with the phrase I want to do this, or I want to have that. That hasn't typically worked for me, because basically what I'm doing is I'm putting out in the universe a sense of lack, like I don't have it, and so I just continue to not have it. But yeah, that's kind of the format that I use, and I just go for however long I feel. Once I've got it all out, that's it. I close the book. Now, little bonus tip and a little method that I've come up with that I'm going to tell you now is I like to mix this process here, the scripting, with meditation. I sandwich those together, and this is how I do it. So after I get done scripting, if time and family permits, I will meditate right after scripting. I'll close the book, and then I will meditate on all the things that I can remember that I wrote, right? And I don't reference back to what I wrote. I try to sit down, close my eyes, get into a meditative state, and then think of all those things that I wrote as if I already have them, as if I'm already that person, or I'm already that person in that job that you want, that kind of thing. The reason I don't reference back to them, because the super important things you will not forget. The stuff that maybe you wrote down that you want, but it's not that big a deal. Maybe you don't want it really bad. You won't meditate on that, and you want to save your meditation for like the big things that you truly, truly want. And I found that when I start my day like this, in fact, now that school is back with my kids, I will drop the kids off at school. First thing I do is drive to the city park because there's nobody there and there's great walking trails and wilderness. I will go to a picnic table. I will do my scripting, and then I will meditate basically in the woods. I mean, it's in the middle of a town, but there's nobody there. It's nothing but birds chirping and stuff like that. So it's a really peaceful place to meditate. And then I typically find most of my days go super smooth after that, and they're mega productive. And I've got people calling me about business, and it feels really good. And honestly, I could meditate for probably 2 hours, but I keep it around 30 minutes. And once I go in, as in close my eyes, short of someone trying to get my attention or a bomb going off, I don't open them again. And it does take, and we'll talk about meditation in another video, but it does take about 2 to 3 minutes for me to actually get into that flow state of meditation. But then whenever I'm in that and I'm living into the reality that I want to in my head, the joy that comes over me is honestly unexplained. I can't even explain it. And, I think that's true prayer, right? So like I'm going to God, showing him the life that I want, and he's giving me these overwhelming feelings of having it. And I think that's like the ultimate form of prayer. This sun is really killing me. Sorry guys, had to fix the camera for the sun there. But yeah, that's pretty much my process on scripting, and I found it works really, really well. If you can do it a set time of the day, which I'm doing now, great. You know, actually this whole summer's been wild with the kids and going to the beach and surfing and, you know, going on vacations and flying all over the place, that I kind of had to do it when I could. And sometimes I would even do it at like 11 o'clock at night and push myself. And then that meditation state, I would say, for akin to sleep, like Neville Goddard talks about, you know, thinking of those things before I go to sleep, really programming it into my subconscious before bed. But yeah, just whatever works for you. Right now, probably for the next foreseeable future, next few months, I will be doing it early in the morning, and I find that makes my day go really, really well. Okay, real quickly, I've had people ask, like, what kind of notebook should I use? What kind of pen should I use? I know it sounds kind of silly, but it really needs to be something that inspires you. When I first started this, I had a notebook or a journal that I really liked. It was like a black leather-bound book, but the thing is, it wouldn't open all the way, so my wrist would kind of get jammed up in the corner trying to write, and believe it or not, it just kind of frustrated me. And then I would just kind of grab whatever pen was available or pencil was available, and I will admit that the scripting then did work, but it wasn't something I looked forward to. And you guys really, this needs to be something fun. This needs to be something you like to do, or it's really just not going to work. So anyways, I got up one day and I said, you know what? I like scripting. I know it works, but I'm not feeling inspired to do it. I need to get inspired to do it. So I went and on the search to buy a new notebook, and this is the one I landed on. I went to Barnes & Noble, Target, and actually found this one at Walmart. So it's got gold spiraling here. It's a leather notebook, and because of the spiraling, you can actually open it. My pen's jammed in there right now, but you can actually open it all the way flat. So that's why I really, really like it, and it's got big pages. My other one was kind of small, kind of like that, so I couldn't get a lot on a page. This one I can get a lot on a page. And then also, growing up, oh man, that wind's crazy. Let's let that wind die down. Growing up, my dad always used these Uniball Vision pens, which has a really nice, like, you can't see it, but it's got a really nice little ball head on it, and you can write really fine. And I'm a very small writer and a fine writer, and actually teachers in school would always comment like, hey, your grammar's terrible, but your handwriting is beautiful. So I like these pens, and it really inspires me because I know my hand's not going to get tired, the writing's going to look really nice, I'm going to feel satisfied after. And another thing is, you don't want to just sloppily write this stuff out. Like, if this stuff means something to you, if this life you're trying to create means something to you, you want to be neat with it. You want to look back at this thing in years to come and see all the things that have happened and be able to read it and look at it and be proud of it. But anyway, so that's pretty much all I have to say on scripting. Get yourself a nice notebook and get yourself a nice pen that you really like. And yeah, get to scripting and try to mix it with some meditation. You know, do that kind of stuff, and I think you're going to create the dreams of your reality, the reality of your dreams. One of the two. They're really the same thing, honestly. Anyways, yes, thank you so much for watching Assume Your Power. Please, please, please like and subscribe. I would love to keep bringing you these videos, and honestly, regardless, I'm going to keep bringing you these videos. Go check out the sponsor, Epic Film and Photo, at epicfilmandphoto.com. Don't forget to assume your power. Peace.